Hey, what's up everybody, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you are new. Let me explain to you what we are going to do today. So last night I was watching YouTube, as one does, and one of my favorite people on here to watch is Mykie from the channel Glam&Gore, and I will have all of her information linked down below. I highly recommend you check her out. She is a makeup artist, and she also does SFX makeup, and she's really good and she's super talented. But anyway, I was watching her last night and she was doing a video where she was trying out like special effects makeup, and she had already had her like regular makeup on, and I thought the look was so beautiful, and I really want to try, keyword try, to recreate what she did. So I'm going to pop a picture of her makeup right up here on the screen. And yes, I did scour my closet to try to find a shirt that somewhat resembled what she had on. So I have her image pulled up right here, so I'm going to be trying my absolute best to try to copy the makeup that she has on right now. I don't know how this is going to go, but we're going to try. I'm going to be using the Jaclyn Hill Volume 2 palette from Morphe to do this. I think this is going to have exactly what we need. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. I went ahead and put primer on my face. As always, I used my Becca Backlight Priming Filter. I am out of this. I literally am having to like scrape the insides. I have a backup ready to go, but I'm trying to use every little bit that I can so none goes to waste. I am going to go ahead and do my eyes first, so when I inevitably screw this up, it'll be easier to clean up. I just completely dug my finger into this shade right here, so that's good. Glad I just ruined that. So like I said, I'm going to be doing my eyeballs first, so that way if I get a lot of fallout or I mess up, I won't have to remove all my makeup, because that is something that I've learned. If you do your face makeup first and then you screw up your eye look, you pretty much have to take it all off. So we're gonna do that first. First, I'm just gonna go take some tape and put it right on the edge of my eye, so I can form that slant so I don't get too crazy and I have a nice clean line. Oh my god, I made that tape way too big, so now it's in my hair, but it's fine, we'll keep going. And I'm just putting it on the back of my hand a few times just so when I rip it off the skin on my face, it's not gonna be too adhesive. Same thing over here, get it right on the corner. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to take a big fluffy brush, and I'm going to go ahead and just dip into this yellow shade right here, and the shade in the palette is called No Joke. I'm going to just dip in here, and I'm going to use this yellow as a transition shade, and then when I'm going to go do it like on my lid, I'm going to use a heavier hand, but for right now I'm just going to lightly put it up here as my transition. All right, then I'm going to go into the shade, what do I want to do? I'm going to go into the shade My Man, and I'm going to pick that up on that same brush, and then I'm just going to go right under where I put the yellow down. Again, I'm using a pretty light hand for this. I'm going to pick up some more of that same shade. Okay, then I'm going to take a different brush. I'm going to take a smaller, still a fluffy brush, but a smaller one. Go with this one right here. This is a JH34. And I'm going to go into the shade Livin' My Best, and it's this red right here. I'm going to dip into that, and then I'm going to put it over here. I'm going to focus it more on the outer V of my eye, like over in this area, and bring it in to the crease. This is a little more pink than what she has on, but okay, I'm going to leave it there for now. And then I'm going to take a smaller, more precise brush, this brush right here. And I'm going to pick up that yellow shade again, No Joke. I'm going to really pack that on my brush. And I'm going to start over here in the inner corner of my eye and meet it in the middle before we put down that red shade. And if it gets really messy on my lid, I do not care because I'm going to go in with concealer and do a cut crease for this. Now I'm going to go back in with the pink or the red shade that we had on. And I'm just going to kind of marry those two shades together. It's going to give us a nice little orange in the middle. I'm going to go back in with a fluffy brush, pick up the shade Feeling Myself right here. And I'm going to smooth out the edges of that red by putting that right on top. And I'm just gonna keep playing with it until I get the desired look that I want. This yellow is getting a little patchy down here. Totally just remembered that I forgot to prime my eyes. That's fine. I'll make sure to do that on this eye. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and cut my crease. So I'm going to take the Colourpop No Filter Concealer in the shade Fair 00, and I'm going to put that on a little brush that looks a little something like this. And I'm going to go ahead and just cut out my entire lid. And what I'm doing right now is I'm looking up after I put the concealer down towards like my lash line down here. And then when you look up, that'll kind of tell you where you need to carve out your lid. So that way you don't like put down a bunch of concealer and then as soon as you open your eyes, you have this like white cast up here. So then that's kind of going to be like where my barrier is. So I know not to go up any higher than that. You can take it up higher than that if you want to, but this kind of just gives you where your natural crease is. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take my finger and pat that in. I'm probably going to have to go in with another palette or like a glitter or something because her eyes are super shimmery. So what I'm going to try to do is with my finger, I'm going to take the shade I'm in it right here and I'm going to really pack that in where I put down the concealer. Pretty color, but it's not really doing what I want. So I'm going to take this Colourpop SuperShock Shadow in the shade Hi Ho, and it is just a white glitter, and I'm going to pack that right on top. Ooh. Okay, yeah. Not exactly what she's got on. I think I don't know what she's wearing, but it's super like wet looking. It's really pretty, but I'm going to just use this because this is probably the closest thing that I have. Okay, I'm gonna get a smaller brush just so I can really get in there and pack that in. Your finger does work best with these kind of shadows, but just for the sake of really getting in there. Oh yeah, these don't work well with a brush at all. Okay, so I'm gonna put a pause on that real quick, and then I'm just gonna go back in and blend everything on top just so there's not like, you know, glitter crumbles in there. So I'm going to go back in and blend everything together. I'm gonna go ahead and do my other eye off camera and I will be right back. Okay, so I went ahead and just did the rest of my face makeup. So we're gonna go back to the eyeballs. We're gonna do the under eye. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little brush like this, a little flat end brush, and I'm going to dip, is that how she does it? I don't know. I'm gonna dip into the shade Livin' My Best, and I'm going, yes. I'm gonna dip into the shade Livin' My Best, and then I'm going to stamp it right along my waterline down there. Not like on the waterline, but like right below it, right on the lash line. And I'm gonna kind of leave that inner corner, like where I have all that yellow, I'm gonna just kind of leave that there and just have the yellow there. And I'm gonna like kind of marry it up to where we winged out that liner, where we winged out that eyeshadow a little bit. I'm gonna kind of just stamp it until it's kind of like connected to that line. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little floofy brush like this, and I'm going to dip into the shade. I'm going to dip back into the shade Feelin' Myself, pack that on there. And I'm going to really buff it out on my lower lash line. Okay, now we are not done. I'm going to go back in with a smaller brush, pick up more of that shade No Joke, that yellow shade, dip into that, and then buff it out under the orange shade that we just did. And I'm going to connect it to the orange that we have in the inner corner. The orange? Do I know my colors? I'm going to connect it to the yellow that we have in the inner corner. Now I'm going to speed through the other eye and then we'll talk liner, which I'm terrified to do. I can tell you right now things are about to go horribly, horribly wrong. I cannot do winged liner. I can barely do regular liner. I'm just not good at it. So I'm going to, okay, I'm going to try my very best. I don't want to have this on camera because it's probably going to be real bad. So let me do that and I'll be right back. I'm literally about to just screw this whole thing up. Okay, that's really not too bad. I could have done it a lot worse. It's not this eye that I'm that worried about. It's this eye. I can't do this. I won't, it's not going to be even. I'm letting you guys know right now, it's not going to be even. It does make it helpful though that this eye look is so like blown out and I have that nice edge. So I'm basically just kind of tracing the edge of the eyeliner. That's where the tape really helps to get that good line. But okay. Okay. All things considered, I could have done way worse. Are they even? No. Are they thick and like as blown out and beautiful as hers? No, but we're just doing what we can. So I'm going to try to thicken it up just a little bit. I have this thing called the too much gene where I can't stop. It's like, okay, it's okay. Don't touch it. Leave it alone. I can't do it. I need to go in and just add more until it inevitably looks like a pile of garbage. So, okay, so I'm going to add some lashes to this. I'm pretty new at the false lashes trend. I've always had pretty thick, long lashes to begin with, but I've been trying them out while in quarantine and I really like how they look. And especially with an eye look that's like this dramatic, definitely need some dramatic lashes. So I think I'm going to use some from DStar lashes. These are in the shade, these are in the style Jaclyn. I think I'm going to be using these. I will have these linked down below. I really, really, really like these lashes. Definitely recommend. I'm going to take some lash glue. That's not lash glue. Okay, so just from like watching other people do lashes, I know a lot of people put the glue like on the back of their hand or like on their lashes and then like do the whole thing where you take the lashes and dip, dip, dip. Oh look, there's that picture. You can see it in the screen. That's the picture of Mykie that I'm going off of. I didn't know you could see that. That's kind of creepy. I was like, who is that? So just as my luck would have it, I went to edit all my footage and I saw that the last good bit of my video stopped recording. So basically, this is the finished look. I think I'm pretty sure I got everything up into my lashes. So for my lashes, I used the DStar lashes in the style Jaclyn. I really love DStar lashes. I think they're incredible. I will have them linked down below. Definitely recommend them. And then for my lips, I used Lunar Beauty, which is Manny MUA's brand, in the shade Aphrodite. I'm really bummed out that I lost all that footage. I don't know what happened. It just stopped recording, so that's great. So we're gonna end it here. I'm going to bring you in so we can check out my eye look, and here we go. Okay, that is it for me. I am so sorry the last half of my video cut out, but I really hope that you got the idea, and I'm just so glad I realized it before I took everything off, because I would have been so... Anyway, I will have Mykie's channel linked down below for you to check out. Please subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up if you feel so inclined to do so. I will have my social media links down below. Please feel free to follow me on Instagram and Twitter. And that is it for me. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!